So we're out here today in cooperation with Highway Safety Network, with PennDOT, doing an educational and enforcement detail for the Move Over law in Pennsylvania. Every year we experience roadside responders getting hit, getting struck, getting killed, because people aren't aware that when they see that emergency scene on the side of the road, they have to pull over. In Pennsylvania, we have to do better with understanding this law and how important this is and how dangerous it is. Since 1989, since 2018, we've seen 89 police officers killed, 88 tow truck drivers killed. This is dangerous business out working on these highways. So today, we're reminding motorists you have to either move over, change lanes if you can, and if you cannot, you must slow down to pass that emergency scene safely. So year after year, we're working towards a reduction in instances of roadside responders getting hit. We're working towards a reduction of fatalities, and it's only through the cooperation of local government, state government, your legislator, and the motorists at large that can make this happen for us and make our highways safer, make our communities safer, and it's something that is an absolute goal for the Exeter Township Police Department. We're screaming from the rooftops here. We're telling you we are out here doing this enforcement detail. We're telling you we are doing this educational piece. We're going to pull motorists over. If they blow by a vehicle stop for a police officer or a fire truck or a tow truck, you will get pulled over and you will be cited. You have to change lanes. You have to slow down. We're being transparent about it. We're being forthcoming as much as we can about this. It's a major problem throughout the state, in Exeter, in Berks County in general, and with the cooperation of Highway Safety, with cooperation of PennDOT, we're out here trying to make some sort of impact, to try to make these roadside responders safer when they're on the side of the road doing their job. We don't want to see fatalities. We've had so many fatalities since we started tracking these types of incidences. So we're working as diligent as we can, being as transparent as we can about getting the word out that we need to see a reduction in these cases. We see more people shifting over for police cars just locally here when we're running these details. We don't see an increase in people moving over for tow truck drivers. And 4 in the morning, if you got a tow truck driver out here laying on 422, he might have coverage from a police car, he might have some flares out, but still, it is an extremely dangerous scenario. So we're working towards seeing an improvement, but they've been marginal gains so far, and we're not going to stop until we see our community a safer place for our roadside responders here. So let's talk briefly about what an emergency scene is. When do you have to move over? If you see a police car on the side of the road, if you see a fire truck, if you see a tow truck with its lights on, if you see a tractor trailer with its flares out, with one of those triangles, if you see someone with their hazard lights on and some flares out, you have to move over. That's considered an emergency scene. You have to change lanes or you have to slow down. It's extremely important for the safety of the motorists. It's extremely important for the safety of those people on the side of the road and those responding. So it's not just a police car, it's not just a traffic stop, it's a myriad of emergency vehicles or a scene where someone's broken down and they have some sort of warning devices. That would trigger the emergency response safety zone, let's say, that these motorists need to pull over or slow down.
My son was struck and killed in July of 2020, about 40 minutes up the road from here in Exeter Township. Tyler was a tow operator who was assisting on the side of the road and was struck by an impaired driver who essentially did not slow down or move over for a response scene on the roadside. Tyler left behind a 10-month-old little girl and a young wife. Ever since then, I have been out here trying to spread the slow down, move over message to anywhere I can go. We've been to craft fairs, anywhere where there's going to be a crowd, you can find me there spreading the slow down, move over law. And I'm just urging everybody, whenever you see, as the lieutenant said, anything on the side of the road that resembles an emergency response area, a disabled vehicle that has another type of markers out, please make sure that you slow down and move over if at all possible. I have been watching a lot of cars on the roadway as I pass emergency responses, and I've noticed that if I move over, it causes a domino effect, and people are moving over and slowing down behind me, which is a good thing. If I can help one family not go through what we have just gone through, then I feel like my mission has been served, and we will continue to be out here. It was no fun celebrating my granddaughter's her first birthday, without her dad there. So I just pray that everybody continues to slow down, move over, don't drive distracted, and please pay attention when you're passing an emergency response. Don't look at what's on the side of the road. Pay attention to what you're doing. Statistics do say if you are going to be looking at those response vehicles, it's probably the direction that your car is going to go as well. So please just pay attention. I would love to have the opportunity to possibly speak with some of the people that are pulled over, just to tell them our story. They can really realize that there's real people behind these tragedies, and the tragedy just doesn't stop for a day, a month, a week. It's every new holiday, every milestone that my granddaughter may go through. I just want to protect people on the roadways and their families.
I believe we're seeing an increase in people moving over since we've been doing these details with you guys. Unfortunately, not enough. It's kind of disappointing when you're sitting there looking in the rearview mirror and you see people in the left lane moving to the right lane before they get to the tow truck. That's the ones that really disappoint us. It's not a good feeling to be out there. You're trying to hurry, but you're also trying to look at the oncoming traffic and be ready to jump out of the way if you need to, because unfortunately those needs do arise. Think about us. We're not driving our vehicles through your office at 60 miles an hour. Please think about our office out here and move over, give us a little room, try to keep us safe so we can go home.